Hi everyone, welcome back to our entrepreneurship classes. Okay, and today we will move ahead to unit 3. Okay, unit 3. In unit 3, the first topic, that is self-assessment of qualities, skills and resources and dreams, have been deleted. Okay, as I hope by now you know that your 20% deletion of your syllabus have been done by the NBSC, right? So in this 20% deletion, the first portion of your Unit 3 has been deleted, so we will move ahead to the next topic, that is the generation of ideas or generation of idea. So what is this generation of idea? Generation of idea simply means the collection of ideas, okay? Collection of ideas from different sources after scanning your business. So generation of idea is just selecting the right or gathering the ideas from different sources. It basically means collection of ideas. Okay, so let's look into different misconception of great ideas, or the myths, we can say the myths. Okay, so there is a concept in the mind of people that these things are there, but actually it is not true and it is not there. Therefore, the different myths or different misconceptions of great ideas are: the first one is great ideas appear out of nowhere. This is totally wrong, and people think that great ideas can appears out of nowhere, but it is not true. Great ideas appear from very long process. They appear from scanning the environment, which needs to be properly done. We get great ideas from market research, which needs systematic and structured planning. Okay, so only after systematic and structured planning we get great ideas. And it is totally true to say that great ideas appear of the blue or appear out of nowhere. Okay, so great ideas does appear everywhere, but it is very difficult for people to tap the right idea and the great idea, and it takes time, and systematic planning and structured planning is required in order to acquire the great idea. The second myth or the second misconception or the notion that is in the mind of people is there is no illogical ideas. Okay, there are some ideas which are pointless, and there are some ideas which are not considered good. But as entrepreneurs, since entrepreneurs value others' idea and does not want to disappoint others, entrepreneurs considers other idea and values the ideas contributed by different people and consider it as worthy. But in another sense, that there is no illogical ideas, it's completely wrong. There are ideas which are pointless. There are ideas which are not good enough for a enterprise. But for this thing, enterprise, in order to not let the other people have the wrong concept of contributing the idea, what entrepreneurs does is that they used to value the idea and as worthy. Okay, the next misconception or the next myth is customers will tell you what to do. Obviously, some unmet needs will be told to you by customers, and you get idea from those unmet needs. But there are certain problems, and the solution to problems in getting the needs and wants of the customers is not from what the customers tell you. It is to be properly thought of, it is to be properly considered, and there is a proper action and planning need to be undertaken. The customers will give you ideas of the unmet need, which means what they need will be told by the customers, but they cannot tell you how to come up with that idea or how to come up with the product or what is the solution of that problem. Okay, the next myth or the misconception that is in the mind of people is we can generate idea in meetings. This is a very wrong concept, and it is a myth, and it is not true at all. We don't just get ideas by sitting in meetings. Okay, ideas are available everywhere and anywhere. You can get idea from anywhere. Okay, from your environment, from your market, from your neighbors, from your society. And great ideas does not only come from sitting for meetings. Therefore, this is a very wrong concept and a very wrong notion that is in the mind of people, and therefore it is not true. Excuse me. The next misconception or the next myth is great ideas is not a problem, but implementing them is. This is another myth of ideas or great ideas. when great ideas are uh, are appeared, and when there are great ideas in the mind, or when great ideas are tapped, when ideas are tapped, what you need to do is, if in the first stage there is proper functioning and if there is structured planning, it is not difficult for the entrepreneurs to implement them. Okay, but if from the first process and from the taping of the ideas, if there is no proper assessment or if there is no proper planning done, then it becomes difficult for implementing them. But from the beginning of tapping the ideas, if it is properly planned, and if the assessment of different factors are done properly, and evaluating of ideas are done properly, then it is not difficult at all for to implement idea. Therefore, these are the misconceptions that is in the mind of the people, which are not true at all, and it is myth. Okay, it is a myth and it is not true at all. So there are different common ways of generating ideas, and there are different sources from where ideas can be generated. So let's look into these common ways one by one. The first one is brainstorming. Okay, brainstorming is a session where so many people or a group of people are called and brought together. Okay, a group of people are brought together, and for that they need to think. Okay, there is a problem given and they need to find the solution of that problem, because different people have different ideas and different people have different concepts. There are so many people in a group, they are given a problem and they need to find the solution of that particular problem. So there are the solution of that problem is an idea, right? So with different people, there are so many ideas and so many solutions for a particular problem. Therefore, it is very it is a very productive method of generating ideas, because there are so many people and you get so many ideas. And if you have so many ideas, the best alternative is chosen and you come up with a concrete idea with the cooperation of everyone. Therefore, brainstorming is a session where there are new ideas that comes up. Okay, so the first thing is brainstorming. In brainstorming, what you need to do is just think. Okay, the different people who have come in a group just need to think of different ideas, and the best alternative of an idea, or the best alternative is taken as a concrete idea, and then take that idea to achieve the goal of the business. The second thing to generate idea is through market research. Market research here means assessment of market. Here, an entrepreneur goes to the market and sees and looks at the products and services that has been provided in the market, the products and services that have been demanded, right, by the customers. So in a market, there are different customers and different people who comes. So in this market assessment, what he or she needs to do is just understand the market, just read the market and understand the market. That is, assess the market, analyze the market. What is the need and preferences that a particular group of customer wants? What are the customers demanding nowadays? How can we satisfy the customers' needs and wants? So you get the idea of those things from market research, because market is the main place where you get market ideas, where you get business ideas. Okay, therefore, the second way of generating ideas is through market assessment. That is, from the market, you go to the market and analyze certain factors such as the demands and needs and wants of the customers for a particular product and service, and how much are they willing to pay for a particular product and service. You understand the demand and supply of a product, you understand the demand and supply chain of a particular product also, and that way a new idea is installed in your brain, okay, or installed in your head. The second thing, the third common ways of generating ideas is gathering information from publications. Gathering information from publications are secondary sources. There are so many publications such as newspaper, advertisement, catalogs. All these things are publications, right? So once you read and go through this publication, that is advertisement, newspaper, and all those catalogs and all the magazines, then you establish an idea, because different trends and different changes in the society are in the publication. Therefore, you get a particular idea from this publications. You get what is the trend going on now, what would the customer like, and what is the demand of the customer. All these things you get to know from the publications. That is secondary source of information. The fourth thing is focus group. Focus group is a place where there are certain seminars or conferences conducted. When there are certain conferences and seminars conducted, there will be a group of people and there will be a moderator, and that moderator will be the person who have excellent knowledge in enterprises, who have excellent knowledge in management, who can give you tips to start an enterprise and who can give you tips for coming up with new ideas. So basically what happens in this focus group is that there is a moderator and there are so many group of people who come together in order to listen to the seminars and conferences. And here even feedbacks is required, and even those moderators will give you certain ideas of what to do. Okay, so in focus groups just means discussions through conferences and seminars where an expert from each field comes and gives you advices and encourages you to install a new idea. And in most cases these are those who come and join the focus group such as seminars and conferences are the people who wants to start a business. So if you want to start a business, there is an expert entrepreneur who would be there and would give you an idea how to do and what to do and what not to do. They will give you tips as entrepreneurs, and as experts they will give you tips of what to do in the future and how to handle your enterprises. Okay, this third thing is environment scanning. The last thing of generating idea is through environment. By environment scanning, you get an idea. If you scan the environment, that is, if you look around, in and around, you get certain ideas. You will be able to get the ideas. As an entrepreneur or as a person, you have to be very observant and very good listener. You have to tap an idea, you have to be a very good observer as well as very good listener, right? So by observing properly and by listening properly to others and the other people in your environment, you will get the idea of what are the tastes and preferences of those people, right? You will get the idea of what does they want. By observing properly and carefully, you would get the idea of what the other people does not get, right? You get the idea and you grab the idea which surpasses the eyes of ordinary people, right? So if you are an entrepreneur, you should not let the idea just surpass your eyes, but you should tap that idea which surpasses the eyes of ordinary people. Therefore, it is very important for anyone to scan the environment in order to get a great or good idea. Therefore, these 5 things are the common ways of generating ideas, that is through brainstorming, through market research, through gathering information from publications, focus groups, and through environment scanning. So we will learn about the importance of evaluating ideas. Some people say that evaluating ideas is just a wastage of time, okay? But evaluating the ideas is not a wastage of time, but instead it is a benefit for your enterprise and for you, okay? So we need to analyze our ideas, and we need to examine our ideas so that it will be beneficial for us and for our company as well. So what are the different, why do we analyze, why do we evaluate idea, or what is the importance of evaluating ideas? Let's look into it one by one. The first one is to decide what is important, okay? Ideas evaluation will help the entrepreneurs to decide what is good in the venture, to decide what is important in the business. So if you evaluate an idea, you would understand, right? From different ideas, you will get the idea of which is the most important idea, okay? So if you evaluate your idea, that is, there are certain ideas that you get, and from there you choose and evaluate, you examine the idea. You choose the best one, so that you choose the best alternative between different ideas, so that you understand which one will be good for your venture. The second thing is to identify the strength and weaknesses of the ideas. So if you evaluate ideas, you will understand the strong and the weak points of an idea, right? So when you understand the strong and the weak point of an idea, you know what to do. You know what are the strengths of a particular idea and what are the weaknesses. So if you choose an idea which has so many weaknesses, then it will not be beneficial and it will not be profitable for your company. Therefore you should choose an idea which is very appropriate for your enterprise. So in strength and weaknesses, what you get to know is you get to by evaluating idea, you get to identify the strengths and weaknesses of an enterprise, and you choose the best idea which is suitable for your enterprise. Okay, so you need to evaluate idea in order to identify the strong and the weak points of a particular idea and from different alternative solutions. The next thing is better use of limited resources, right? So an entrepreneur have limited physical financial resources as well. Therefore if you evaluate your ideas properly, then you can meet your resources according to the ideas, your ideas which is suitable for your resources, or the idea you will choose, the idea which you choose should be relatable to the resources that you have. Okay, so when you have a particular idea and that idea meets the resources or capital requirement of your enterprise, then it will be beneficial for you, right? Therefore it is always better to evaluate the idea in order to use your use your resources accordingly. The next thing is to minimize risk. Okay, we all know that if we evaluate idea, we would minimize risk and increase our resources or maximizing returns. So if you evaluate the idea properly, the risk which you are going to face also you might not face, right? If you are going to use a particular idea and if it has a very high risk, then it is not going to be profitable and you cannot use your resources to the maximum. Therefore evaluating ideas will let you understand the idea properly and get to choose the best idea. Therefore those best idea that you choose can minimize the risk and give you maximum return. Okay, therefore these are the four important thing that needs to be considered, or why do we consider why do we evaluate ideas, are because of these four things. That is, to decide what is important, to identify the strengths and weaknesses, to use better use the limited resources of our enterprise, and to minimize risk. Okay, so this is all for today's class, and in the next class we will study about the business opportunity and business idea and the different sources of business opportunities. And for today's class we will wind up from here. Thank you.